Guys, Megan Rosen here, and I'm here to talk to you about my math and learning stations on Weather Watchers, where students are going to learn about math and science while watching the weather. So to start with, we've got our math calendar board. Every day, students are going to move the star to what the current date is for the month. So right now, when we were making this, we were in January, so we did January 11th. They're going to determine what today is, what yesterday was, and tomorrow is, and they're just going to put the days up there for that. We're going to have another student come up and we're going to determine what time it is. Is it AM or PM? So we'll move the star on that and we'll make our clock match whatever the time is. Then we're also going to look at our total number of students, and we can make math equations out of this. We have 22 students in class, but we only count 20. So how many students are missing? And let's play around with that and we'll fill in the blanks there. So we've got 2 students absent today. Then we're going to look at our school day counts. And we'll look at, today's the 111th day of school, so then we're going to decide, okay, how would we put that up in hundreds, tens, and ones, and we'll have a student chart that. And then we'll decide, is this an odd or even number? And this is an odd number, so the star is moved on to there. And then to match to meet one of the math texts about line graphs, students are going to come and they're going to do an open line graph to match the 111th day of school, since that's the day that we're on. Then also, if you look over here, we've got the thermometer. Students are going to look at we're going to look and see what the temperature is. And then we're going to draw our thermometer. We're going to fill it into whatever the temperature is. So we're going to have somebody write it in numerical form and somebody draw in the thermometer. And then we're going to look at our weather app, be it weather.com or the actual just quick little app on our phone or iPad. And we can see that it's cloudy and it's 48 degrees outside for tomorrow. Then we're going to look and we're going to decide, is today sunny, rainy, cloudy, or snowy? And we're going to fill it in on our graph over here. And then we're going to just pick something random. So that today I picked how many sunny days do we have and how many rainy days do we have. We had 5 sunny days, 4 rainy days. So then students are going to decide, is 5 greater than 4? And that's how they're going to meet the math symbols for second grade text. So I said that my theme is a weather theme. So what's going to happen is every day, to start with, we're going to read Freddie the Frogcaster about a little frog, little boy, who wants to be a weatherman, and how the real weatherman gets the weather wrong, and he is able to help the town out by being a meteorologist. And every day, we're going to become a meteorologist, because every day, we're going to look, and we're going to determine what the weather is. We're going to look at our class thermometer, which will be attached to a window so that we can see what the temperature is. And we're going to fill in our thermometer to match it. They're going to draw a picture of what it looks like outside. And then we're going to write our temperature here. Do we get any rain? We're going to have a rain gauge set up right outside too that we can go look at to see how much rain we might have gotten. They're going to fill that in. Then is it freezing, cold, warm, or hot? They're going to decide that as well. And if it did rain, they'll circle yes. If it didn't rain, they'll circle no. And they're going to do that all week. At the end of the week, they're going to make a weather prediction. And that is how they're going to become meteorologists. I'm going to have them draw a picture in the bubble to describe what their weather prediction is for the week. So I'm also meeting some language arts, some reading and language text there as well. But if there's any students that have difficulty writing, then I might have them give me an oral presentation over what their weather prediction is based on the previous 5 days in their weather journal. Now for my math station, students are becoming weather graphers in order to meet the second grade text of being able to graph and use a graph and make a prediction. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at 2 weeks worth of weather temperatures, and they're going to draw a graph based on this information that's provided. So what they're going to do is they're going to determine how many days were in each temperature range. And then from that tally marks that they've done, which we can also use straws to have there, or even buttons of different colors to help us make tally marks. That way we get some hands-on manipulatives there. Then they're going to take that and they're going to draw a graph to match it. And then from their graph, they're going to look at this and they're going to determine what they think the weather temperature for tomorrow is going to be. They're going to turn this in for assessment. Now, it's important for this weather station that that the weather is as up to date as possible, or you just came up with random temperatures. That way, students can't look at it and go, okay, well, yesterday was the 13th and this goes through the 12th. What was yesterday's temperature? And that's my prediction. I'm actually wondering what the prediction is based on this graph that they're looking at. So in this case, I think the next temperature is going to be in the 50 to 59 degree area, and that's what the answer is that I'm looking at for their assessment. So moving on to the science station, students are going to become weathermen, and for the science tech, they're going to learn what a scientist does and why a scientist is important. And in this case, a scientist who follows weather is called a meteorologist. So students are going to become meteorologists. They're going to do that by pulling out their climate. Their climate's going to be a little pack of M&Ms, and they're going to separate all the colors, and then they're going to do some little math equations in order to figure out what their temperature is. They're going to add the red and orange M&Ms together to get their temperature, and then they're going to look at the blue M&Ms, and that's going to be their humidity. They're going to determine how many green M&Ms they had, and that's going to be, that's their humidity. The blue is the chance of rain, and the brown is the wind speed. So they're going to get their information from this first page. They've already opened their M&Ms. They're playing around with those to look at those, and then they're going to take this information and fill in their weather forecast for the day. So I'm going to look for their temperature. In this case, it's 22 because the math equation, that's what happened in this one. We've got it's cloudy outside for a weather description. Chance of rain is 10%, the humidity is 17%, and the wind speed is 7. And then based on their weather forecast, I want them to draw a picture of what somebody might wear based on that. And that they're going to turn both of these in for assessment, and then afterwards they get to enjoy a fun pack of M&Ms. Now, to finish this, it might be a good idea to finish our whole weather theme, to have a meteorologist, if you have the capability, have them come in and talk to people. I know here in Longview, Mark Skirdo likes to visit some of the schools. He might be a great contact to hit up. If you can't, look at a couple of meteorologist reports, and then if there's time, maybe watch the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And what I have in their weather journal at the very back, if they're interested in some extra credit,